Assalamualaikum, terima kasih kepada anda penonton di rumah. Masih lagi setia bersama kami dalam rancangan Assalamualaikum.
Ya, dan untuk segmen kedua ini adalah sangat istimewa. Di mana kita akan berbicara tentang seorang filmmaker, seorang fotografer, seorang creative director nama dia Mustapha Davis. Dia akan datang ke Malaysia pada 7 September ini. Dan yang hebatnya beliau, dia membawa satu gerakan dakwah yang sangat kreatif melalui sinematografi dengan dokumentarinya, dengan hip-hopnya kan.
Dan kalau siapa yang nak tahu lagi lebih lanjut tentang Mustapha Davis ni, kita boleh Google kan kat dalam komputer.
Dan untuk hari ini kita bersama dengan tetamu-tetamu kita. Dan we will talk in English, of course, because we have US Embassy here. Di sebelah saya ialah sebelum saya memperkenalkan tetamu kita
ada satu bingkisan untuk dipertonton kepada anda. Saksikan.
A lot of us came to Islam through some form of hip-hop.
Hip-hop culture is world youth culture.
The language of today's youth is hip-hop. And you can love that, or you can leave it alone, but you can't ignore it.
Well, art is seen as un-Islamic because of what we are used to seeing. They don't see art as something which can be beneficial for the soul.
People say it's dawah in their mind, so it can be permissible to them.
The painful thing for me is I really don't want to be around certain kinds of Muslims too much because it just creates. So I don't want to go in there and like be fighting with people and scrapping. And you know, I play music. I'm not an axe murderer.
Obviously, if someone said Islam or hip-hop, I would take hip-hop and run with Islam, because that's what's going to take me to the next life, you know, inshallah.
Itu dia, dunia makin maju ke depan dan kita masyarakat dunia inginkan satu kelainan dalam berdakwah.
Exactly. I totally agree with you.
Okey, Amin. Amin dah tak sabar untuk interview kita punya tetamu hari ini. Apa kata Amin? Bagi tahu penonton siapa
di sebelah saya ialah Harvey Cernovit, pegawai hak ehwal Kedutaan Besar Amerika Syarikat. How are you?
Good.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
And di sebelah sana ialah Encik Said Muhammad Mahdar Said Tahir, penggerak Christian Collective, dan di hujung sana ialah Justin Johari, penggerak Christian Collective. Welcome to Assalamualaikum. Alright, I would like to ask you the first question, because we have seen Mustapha Davis. I think he's very. The first time when I saw this video, I said to myself, "Wow, it is remarkable." So, what makes the US Embassy get involved in this Mustapha Davis tour, which to be held in Malaysia on September?
Well, Mustapha Davis is coming as part of our embassy speakers program. Every year we bring 4 or 5 speakers to Malaysia from the US. It's an opportunity to promote mutual understanding between Malaysians and Americans. It's an opportunity for Americans to come and to learn from the rich experience here in Malaysia, as well as for Malaysians to really to learn more about Americans and some of the unique things that America has.
I see. All right. Interesting.
Yeah, betul.
Because I've seen the video when regarding Din Tai, they said the language of the youth today is hip hop, right? So, Syed, when we talk about hip hop, the Christian Collective also involved in this program. So, please tell us more about Christian Collective first, because how does it set up the members, the objectives, the activities, so on and so forth? Please.
Alright. Basically, the Christian Collective, we've always had individuals. We are lawyers, engineers, just individuals who have like-minded people wanted to do the same programs.
Yeah.
So we've always done it on an individual basis. So just some time ago, we decided to structure everything up, and do things in more structured ways. So basically, the objective of Crescent Collective is we want to engage the youth, especially English-speaking youth.
I see.
And we want to engage them in a very intellectual and artistic way, because we basically want to find a connector a connecting point to the youth. You know, so what will connect them to the deen, for instance? You know, and that connecting point, that connector, is the interest.
I see.
You know, so it is about identifying the interest, the connector point, and then bringing speakers like an individual like Mustapha Davis. You know, we brought him last year actually.
Oh, is it?
We had a screening last year.
So how was the participation last year?
In fact, interestingly, the history was when we brought it last year. We did it at Annex Gallery Central Market, and we invited the officer from American Embassy. And what he observed was, it was a diversified group of Muslim youth.
Wow.
You know, we don't have the usual crowd from Muslim Student Association that's already basically inclined towards religion. We get, you know, Muslim youth who never talk about Islam in any level at all.
Yes.
So they came, and in fact, I remember one youth came out to Mustapha Davis. He says, you know, throughout my life, this is the first time I've ever spoken anything about Islam. You know, because I'm a beatboxer.
Wow.
You know? And we also had non-Muslim who came to the event because it was interesting. So the thing, one is our Crescent Collective tagline is we say come as you are. You know, so we don't prejudge people, we don't judge people. People have issues, people have problems, but we just come as you are. You know.
Ya. Interesting. Mereka buat program dakwah dengan mendekati generasi muda melalui pendekatan-pendekatan yang
berlainan.
Ya, berlainan dan sesuai dengan jiwa anak-anak muda.
Anak remaja sekarang.
Ya, orang yang berdarah muda dia tak boleh guna cara tradisional, right?
Ya, betul.
Dan
sebab lagi satu ialah kita sekarang, macam saya cakap mula-mula tadi, dunia makin maju. Betul. Kita mahukan satu pembaharuan. Kita tak nak benda-benda yang lama. Benda-benda yang lama-lama tu dah tak sesuai untuk sekarang.
Betul. Alright, Justin, untuk mengenai para penonton, Justin Johari merupakan kelahiran Amerika dan maknya daripada
Kedah.
Which state? From Kedah.
Yeah.
Alright, and your father separuh daripada Rembau, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Nevertheless, you can speak Malay, right?
Yes, I can.
And can speak English, of course. Right.
Inshallah.
So, Syed have mentioned some of the programs. Any other programs made by this Christian collective, especially regarding Mustapha Davis on September?
Okay, like he mentioned, besides screenings, this year we will actually have workshops on photography and videography. So not only will he be able to showcase his screening, his movies, but this time around he'll show what sort of techniques that he used to approach difficult subjects, which were in Din Tide, for example. You know, and one of the new movies that he came about this year, sorry, it's called The Wayward Son. So this movie is very interesting. It's so last year we did hip hop. This year we actually targeting the skateboarding.
All right.
This person named John Richter. John Richter, he is a professional skateboardist, like 15 years ago, and he became Muslim. And he decided that skateboarding is haram.
He was a champion, right?
He was a champion
in America.
Yeah. If you ask skateboardists in today, the youth, I mean, he would be like the P. Ramlee of skateboarding, you know.
Otai lah.
Skateboard, yeah. Right. So, but when he became Muslim, he thought he was told by Muslims, this culture is haram. You know, this what you're doing is haram. Quit it and become a good Muslim. So he did that with honest, and he is actually a Jewish. He was a Jewish with Jewish background. So this movie will showcase his life and how he tried to become a good Muslim, but in the end he found out skateboarding is not haram. And you will see at the end with his long beard, like Tabligh Jemaah, doing the
skateboarding.
Yeah.
All right.
So Alhamdulillah, it's a very good movie.
Yes,
so please come and watch.
All right. When will be screening that movie?
We have a few screenings on that. The main screening is on the 7th and 9th. So if you can go to our website, crescentcollective.org, crescentcollective.org, and the details are in there.
Alright. Menarik ni Mustapha Davis ni para penonton. Dia dulu adalah juara skateboard dunia. Apabila dia memeluk Islam, ada yang mengatakan bahawa skateboard ni haram.
Yes. Jadi hadirnya dia mengubah persepsi orang lain tu.
Setelah lama bila dia tahu rupa-rupanya tak haram pun. Dan sekarang dia kembali bermain skateboard. Maknanya skateboarders di luar sana, untuk menjadi Muslim yang baik, tak sebenarnya anda kena tinggalkan skateboard, anda boleh terus skateboard dan anda boleh jaga sembahyang.
Kita boleh buat dua-dua sekali. Time azan masuk tu, time waktu sembahyang masuk pergi sembahyang, time dah lepas sembahyang kita main skateboard balik.
This is
Tak
the
ada masalah.
beautiful of Islam, right? Okay, Harvey, other than Malaysia, is there any state, any continents where Mustapha Davis will be held his tour?
Well, I'm sure he travels quite a bit. The U.S. Embassy is responsible for the Malaysia part of his world tour, and he'll be here for 12 days.
Wow.
And of course, he'll be here in Kuala Lumpur. But we're also making. He's also traveling to Penang, Kota Baru, and Kota Kinabalu. So I think Malaysians from all over the country will have an opportunity to screen his films and to talk to him.
All right. So, Syed, why do you feel Muslim here, especially in Malaysia? Because I've been mentioned that it will be there will be a tour in Kelantan, right? So, why does Muslim must know about this screening or to be creative in dawah?
No, I think in terms of like what Mr. Harvey said, this knowledge sharing, cultural sharing. I've been following closely the American Muslim community for many years.
All right.
And interestingly, I follow the American-born Muslims who usually are converts, not migrant Pakistani American or Indian American.
They are totally American.
They're totally American who usually convert at an age where, at a critical age, 17, 20, at a young age where they go out and search for meaning in their life, and they convert. And interesting about American converts is the thing is with American converts is they're very well at what they do.
Right.
So when Islam comes to them, they do Islam as best as they can. And for instance, if he's a movie producer, then he come up with the best that he can. For instance, one of the things that Mustapha Davis told me that he wants to come here and do the workshop is that Muslim youth has a lot of stories to tell the world, but they don't know how to tell it.
Yes.
And then we come up with production that people don't want to watch because there's no quality in it. So he says, I want to do workshop. I want them to be able to do workshops that will be able to give them narratives, that they will be able to come up with narrative stories and tell the world. Because as they say, Islam has a lot of stories, a lot of beautiful things to
We
tell.
heard Captain America, so why not Captain Islam? Maybe.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I guess that's in a nutshell. The American Muslim are really they have managed to bridge tradition and current realities. Their current. Like you say, we are living in this age. So they have managed to live in the age, but yet bring the traditional Islam with them, and they have managed to complement this together without conflict.
Yes.
And the other factor is, they have been able to engage the youth articulately very well. They have managed to engage the youth by reaching out to them, not expecting youth to come to them. Rather that's why, in fact, the term that we use, "come as you are," is the first part of Mustapha Davis' term. He taught us this at the last time he visited. In his community, he says, "Come as you are to Islam as it is." So if you are like this, do not run away. Come to Islam, but this is Islam.
Yes.
You don't try to come in and change it. No. Traditionally, this is Islam. But you come as you are, because Islam is very accepting.
Yes. Islam is the religion of Hijrah. Right. So, Justin, can you explain more about the posters here? We have three posters here. Okay. First is Mustapha Davis Malaysia tour, a little bit.
All right, this one, the blue one, is on the photography workshop in UM. Okay, this
Muslim Laya.
Muslim Laya, that's right.
This one,
And the
Bintai?
second one, it's a screening in KDU Damansara Jaya and KL Solaris Dutamas, which he showcased last year. And this is the new movie, The Wayward Son. It will be screening in UM as well, in Muslim Laya, and also the Annex Gallery Central Market.
I see. Jadi kalau anda ingin mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang program bengkel bersama dengan Mustapha Davis ini, anda boleh melayari christiancollective.com .org pula kan. Dan anda juga boleh melayari mustaphadavis.com untuk mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang bengkel ini. Anda nak belajar tentang kemahiran mengambil gambar, kemahiran mengadakan filem-filem dokumentari yang menarik dan sebagainya. Inilah masanya untuk menjalankan dakwah secara hebat dan luar biasa.
Dah tak lama dah, bulan September ni 8 hari bulan 9.
Kita terjemahkan semangat perjuangan Ramadan di dalam perjuangan dakwah ini, insya-Allah.
Ya, insya-Allah.
So thank you very much Harvey, Syed and Justin for your time today. We are really appreciate it. Insya-Allah we will meet again.
Insya-Allah.
I can't wait for this workshop to be held. Dan sama juga dengan anda semua, kita meriahkan aktiviti-aktiviti program-program dakwah sedunia, menunjukkan bahawa orang Islam juga mampu untuk bertindak kreatif dalam menghasilkan program-program filem dan sebagainya. Apa-apa pun para penonton, jangan ke mana-mana sebab sini kita akan bincangkan banyak lagi tajuk menarik dan kita akan bersama dengan Wan Kamarudin tentang khidmat syariah. Jangan ke mana-mana.